The Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Edouard Ngirente, has represented the President, His Excellency Paul Kagame, in Malabo, Equatorial, during the 26th Ordinary Summit of the Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of Central African States. While the Nigerians living in Rwanda said that Rwanda's decision to open the doors to all Africans is a great opportunity for development across the continent. Pope Leo XIV has welcomed Argentine President Javier Milei at the Vatican as part of the President's 10-day European tour. Of course, many thanks for joining me. I'm William Evans Mtabazi, and this is the news in detail. On Saturday, the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Edouard Ngirente, represented President Paul Kagame in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea during the 26th Ordinary Summit of the Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of Central African States. The Economic Community of Central African States is composed of member countries including Rwanda, Cameroon, Central Africa, Republic of Congo, Burundi, Republic of Equatorial Guinea, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Sao Tome and Principe, and Chad. Rwanda National Francois Kanimba currently serves as the Commissioner for the Common Market, Economic Affairs and Finance within the Economic Community of Central African States Commission. Established in 1983, the Economic Community of Central African States aims to promote regional economic cooperation, peace and security across Central Africa. Now, the organization's headquarters are located in, of course, Gabon. Moving on, Rwanda is working with other African countries to develop a unified African trade policy aimed at accelerating the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area. This free trade area is expected to create opportunities for Rwandan traders who export and import goods because it will eliminate trade barriers that continue to hinder cross-border commerce. We do have a report. Barriers such as restrictive national trade policies, inadequate infrastructure, insecurity and lack of access to market information are among the challenges that still impede integration and the movement of goods and people across African countries. Rwanda has begun implementing strategies to remove some of these obstacles, especially in the areas with key border points for trade. Rangira Bruno, the mayor of Kirehe district, a key trade corridor for goods passing to and from the port of Dar es Salaam, emphasized the significance of these efforts.
We are putting
up needed infrastructure. As we speak, we have a cross-border market at Rusumo border, and we are making awareness campaigns, both local and from the other side of the border, for traders to be able to bring in products, but also be able to get some of what they want from here. Experts in international trade say there is a need to strengthen the use of digital technologies and harness artificial intelligence in providing services to those involved in cross-border trade. They argue that this is key to removing the remaining barriers to regional commerce.
Icyo navuga nko kugigendanye n'ikoranabuhanga nuko twajya buri gihe tureba ko se turimo gukoresha.
What I can say in regards to technology use is that we must keep evaluating ourselves to see if we are using the latest technologies. Most of the solutions now are coming from artificial intelligence. The next move should be going back and seeing how we incorporate artificial intelligence in our already established systems so that our people may have easy access to information. Rwanda's Minister of Trade and Industry, Prudence Sabahizi, noted that the country recently agreed with other African states to establish a common trade policy that will enhance and support trade among them. The first strategy was about having a mutual trading policy. The second, we agreed that we must speed up trading with each other through our various trading unions like COMESA, East African Community, and others. But you find that there is still a challenge implementing some of the agreed upon terms. We also agreed to look into this and speed it up. In collaboration with neighboring countries like Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi and Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda has introduced one-stop border posts to ease and speed up the movement of people and goods in the region. Cross-border trade plays a vital role in boosting Rwanda's economy by expanding access to new markets, increasing industrial production, and promoting investment based on international trade. Now, Nigerians living in Rwanda say that Rwanda's decision to open its doors to all Africans is a great opportunity for development across the continent. They affirm that this is an example that other African countries should emulate for the benefit of their people. Enora Gladys reports.
Came in May 2022.
Daniel shares this testimony along with many of his peers from Nigeria who chose to pursue their studies in Rwanda.
The African Leadership University is an international school as well, but I think it shows how positive Rwanda is towards innovation and innovative concepts when it comes to education as well.
So the thing with we Nigerians is if something is not good, we won't recommend it to each other. So I was in Nigeria and then someone recommended that there's a very good school here in Rwanda, African Leadership University. I'm like, okay, fine, let me apply and know. And since I've been here, I've actually brought like 2 people here because it's very good. It's a very good school.
You know, it's not really easy leaving home.
Austin Ikoro, another Nigerian living in Rwanda who actively uses social media, also highlights the benefits he has found in the country.
You know, it's not really easy leaving home. You know, you have your family, you have your siblings. When I came to Rwanda at first, I saw the calmness of the people. All right, so it was a bit surprising to me. The way the people welcome foreigners, like in Rwanda, there's nothing like tribalism, there's nothing like xenophobia, you know, so it was really a surprising thing to me, you know. I see every day when I go out, I meet Rwandans, and they always ask me, how do you see Rwanda? Like they're excited, so it was really surprising to me. They didn't see me as a threat to their country. Cannot deny the fact that Rwanda is one of the safest. I've traveled to over 5 countries in Africa. Rwanda is one of the safest countries in Africa. It's one of the most orderly countries in Africa, the neatest, and the system is working. So when I saw people who were opposing the leadership of Rwanda, I spoke out because I am responsible to defend Africa, and Rwanda is working, the president is working.
Some Nigerians in Rwanda are engaged in business. They testify that investing in Rwanda was a great decision.
After all the challenges I had when I first entered the country in 2019, I have to re-strategize. What can I do to earn a living, to live legally in the foreign land? I need to understand that number one, Rwanda is very safe. That is the key. Very safe, very peaceful, very friendly and accommodative. And I want to appreciate President Paul Kagame for giving us the liberty, the freedom to come in.
Nigerians living in Rwanda, mostly students, entrepreneurs, tech professionals, and others say that the warm welcome and support they have received in Rwanda serve as a powerful example of what is possible on the African continent. Enora Gladys, RwandaTV News.
Rwandan and international youth members of the Pan-African movement visited the Murambi Genocide Memorial, reaffirming their commitment as future leaders to promoting unity and peace across Africa and to fight against a genocide ideology and wherever it may arise. These youth, both Rwandan and foreigners studying in Rwanda, were first given a tour of the memorial and taken through Rwanda's history leading up to the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Davis Gatabazi, the youth commissioner in the Pan-African movement, leading a group of 116 young men and women, emphasized that this was an opportunity to draw lessons that will guide them as leaders of tomorrow. The mayor of Nyamagabe district, who joined the youth during the visit, urged them to keep learning and deeply understanding the history of the genocide against the Tutsi. The visit concluded with the young people laying flowers at the mass graves containing bodies of over 50,000 Tutsi who were killed at the Murambi, followed by a moment of reflection, candlelighting for hope and a discussion on how to promote unity and fight genocide ideology. Now, leaders of the Union of Baptist Church in Rwanda have emphasized the importance of promoting teachings that foster unity and love among other members and all Rwandans as a way to prevent any form of divisionism. This message was delivered during a commemoration event marking 31 years since the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi held at Butare Baptist Junior Seminary. The ceremony specifically honored pastors, evangelists, and church members and some of the students from the various UEBR institutions who were killed during the genocide against the Tutsi. Testimonies shared during the event strongly condemned those who claim to be Christians yet took part in the killings. Clement Mbaraga, a survivor raised within the Union Baptist Church, described it as a very deep shame for churches and religious institutions, and Reverend Pastor Thomas Mugwanashyaka, the church's spokesperson, affirmed that the Union of Baptist Churches' commitment to working with Rwanda's government to rebuild the nation, especially through combating genocide ideologies. Senator Penin Uwimbabazi, who also attended the commemoration, urged the Union of Baptist Church leaders to prioritize unity among Rwandans, and as part of honoring over 28 families of the pastors, evangelists, and church members who were killed, flowers were laid at the Genocide Memorial located at the Butare Baptist Junior Seminary, which bears the names of some of the victims from the church. This act symbolizes the restoration of dignity to those who were murdered. Now, the management of Nyandungu Urban Wetland Eco Park in Kigali says that in 2 years after its official reopening, the number of visitors has doubled, with over 76,000 tourists recorded in 2024. The park's surface area has also been expanded. We do have a report. According to this year's report from Rwanda Development Board, the tourism sector generated over 932 billion Rwandan francs in revenue for the country. This is a 4.3% increment compared to the previous year. One of Rwanda's most visited tourism attraction is Nyandungu Park, a biodiversity-based ecotourism zone that has become popular among Rwandans and other foreigners. Visitors we found there shared why they love coming to the park. I love this place because of the birds I find here. I love their sound and seeing them eye to eye. Secondly, while here, I love that I get to connect with people and nature, which is refreshing.
I love the quiet. I love that you can be in nature and be by yourself, or you also can come with family or friends and you can enjoy nature. I love all the different plants and the birds to see. It's a beautiful place.
I was coming this second time. I did my research and I realized that from the last time I came, there's a new park, right? And when I spoke to my tour guide, Fabrice from Fab Eco Tours, he recommended this place. And since I came here, this place has been amazing. I love the nature. It's so peaceful. I like the sound of the birds. And I did some bicycle riding. So it was interesting to, go through the entire forest, just taking nature in. So I like it. It's very welcoming.
With the goal of preserving biodiversity, protecting the environment, and promoting ecotourism, the park resumed operations in 2022. At its reopening, the park had 17,000 trees and over 100 bird species. It now hosts more than 200 bird species, including rare species found only in Africa. A section dedicated to Rwandan traditional medicine plants has also been added. Theogene, the park manager, explains why this section was introduced.
Tukaba dufite umurima w'imiti wihariye urimo amoko y'ibiti bigera muri 58.
We have a space for close to 54 special tree species. These are majorly species that were used by our forefathers for herbal medicine. There are also some that still use them today. What Nyandungu Park did is to preserve them. In conserving them, we are conserving our historic heritage and Rwandan culture, but it's African heritage at large. It is also to aid medical researchers in herbal medicine. Nyandung Park is divided into 5 zones. 2 of them are wetlands that help purify wastewater runoff from surrounding hills, while the remaining 3 zones are open to tourists. The park has 10 kilometers of trail walking and cycling. In addition to the expanded area and biodiversity, the park's management confirms that the number of visitors has nearly doubled. Nyandungu Eco Park now spans 164.3 hectares, including 70 hectares of wetland and sections with trees and ornamental gardens. It features a restaurant, an information center, a special garden named after Pope John Paul II, who celebrated Mass at the site during the 1990 visit to Rwanda. Now, parents, including foreigners whose children study at Gabiro High School located in Gatsibo district, say that the knowledge and practical skills their children receive at this school clearly demonstrates that Rwanda's education sector is progressing. The school's administration says it is undergoing reforms aimed at further improving the quality of education and that in the near future, students will begin learning Chinese. This was emphasized during a ceremony to honor students who completed the ordinary and advanced levels of secondary and to wish them success in their national exam. During a parade held for the occasion, the students beamed with joy. They demonstrated to parents and attendees how they apply what they learn and express their readiness to put it to good use. Among the students at this school are foreigners mainly from neighboring countries, Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya, as well as some from Zimbabwe.
Like, for example, I can make candles that they have made so that I can go and sell them, so that I won't sit down and be idle at home doing nothing. So I've gained knowledge of making the things I've learned from the books, and then I put them in practicals.
Some of the parents, including Dr. Felix Makonye from Zimbabwe, who is in Rwanda under bilateral agreement between the two countries, said that the education their children receive at the school is a sign that Rwanda's education sector is advancing.
Rwandan education is growing. Post-1994, His Excellency President Paul Kagame has made the people of Rwanda one of the most hardworking people in achieving the dreams to fulfill the ambitions of Africans. English language is now widely spoken in Rwandan TTCs, in Rwandan high schools, in Rwandan primary schools. We have seen this achievement. It speaks a lot.
It is an advantage because outside you think people know things, but they fail to express it. For the case of students from here, they can express themselves, they can compete outside. That's a good thing I'm expecting from here.
Now, Gabiro High School has 650 students from Senior 1 to Senior 6, with 4 main streams primarily focused on sciences. The school's headmaster, John Gatete, said that reforms are underway to enhance education quality and that the Chinese language classes will soon be introduced.
Secondly, we are reforming that all students who complete in Gabiro High School can actually be sure can make their own jobs instead of being job seekers in sciences and in art subjects. Secondly, we want our students to master, to be knowing languages, including English, French, and Kiswahili. In next years, we shall also include Chinese language. That would help also this growing economy of China for our students to access China's education and also to get jobs in China.
Among the 650 students, more than 100 are foreigners, and the school administration has called on parents to collaborate in further improving their children's academic performance.
sports moments. Playing hoops. Giving away. Making moves. Breakfast with family. Inyanje is always there. Whatever the occasion, whatever the moment, always ask for Inyanje.
Nkiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka imwe, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi hari abamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njya muri kaminuza hari abanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko ntashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashije, ariko byaragiye nandiza amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
Many thanks for sticking around. RTV News continues now. The body of a Thai hostage has been retrieved by Israel in Gaza, while operations continue with more reported casualties, as the IDF also announced that they believe to have found the body of Hamas leader Mohammed Sinwar. Euronews with the details.
The body of Thai hostage Natapong Pinta, kidnapped on October 7, has been returned to Israel after a special military operation, according to Israel on Saturday. This comes 2 days after the bodies of 2 Israeli-American hostages were retrieved. According to Israeli security, Hamas has 20 living hostages, 33 dead, and 2 of which they were unable to identify the state of. Meanwhile, as Israeli defense forces continue their extensive ground operation, they said they believe to have found the body of Hamas leader Mohammed Sinwar, killed in Gaza last month. Meanwhile, funerals were held in Gaza City as Israeli overnight strikes killed at least 22 people across the Strip, including a mother and 5 children, according to local hospitals.
A massive Russian aerial attack has targeted Kharkiv, killing at least 3 people. The city's mayor has confirmed that the attack damaged 18 apartment buildings and 13 private homes, making it the most powerful attack on Kharkiv since the full-scale invasion began in 2022. Euronews continues.
A large Russian drone and missile attack on Ukraine's eastern city of Kharkiv killed at least 3 people and injured 21, local officials reported. The city's mayor said it was the most powerful attack on the city since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. Several other areas in Ukraine were also hit. Moscow has been ramping up its offensive in recent weeks, which has dampened hopes that a peace deal will be reached anytime soon, particularly after Ukraine's surprise drone attack on military air bases deep inside Russia. Meanwhile, local media reported Ukraine's Air Force said it shot down a fighter jet and that Ukraine's Special Operations Forces killed a Russian group and captured 1 soldier on the Kursk front inside Russia.
Pope Leo XIV has welcomed Argentine President Javier Milei at the Vatican. The visit is part of the Argentina president's 10-day Euro tour, including visits to Spain, France, as well as Israel. Euronews once more.
Argentine President Javier Milei met with Pope Leo XIV in the Vatican on Saturday, where they discussed the importance of urgent efforts towards achieving peace. The pair also spoke about bilateral relations, socio-economic progress, and the fight against poverty. It comes as part of Milei's 10-day trip to Europe and Israel. On Friday, the Argentine president arrived in Rome, where he attended the signing of a natural gas export deal with Italy and met with his Italian counterpart, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Shortly after his meeting with the Pope, Milei departed for Spain to attend the Madrid Economic Forum. The Argentine president will visit France next and then Israel, where he will receive an award in recognition of his support for Israel.
Now, with that report, we come to the end of tonight's edition. My name is William Evans. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, same time and same place. Goodbye.